All right, hey, what's up? Started this video a few times and I've started it because um, I am in my shadows today. My shadow work is really taking over. Um, it's just been one of those difficult days. I am in my head. I am living in low vibrations, and I want to speak my truth so I can raise myself up out of this. I have been in my head, and it got the best of me, and I reacted in a low vibrational way, and I took screenshots of a very heated, terrible phone conversation between me and former friends and sent it to a mutual friend, if you will, almost like a godmother to all of us, just to prove to them that I'm not the bad person. It was them who were the bad people. And I say them, two brothers from another. Um, I sought forgiveness for what went on, and I was granted forgiveness. Just the part that I have to continue to work on is letting go. It is still fresh. This didn't happen like a super long time ago. I guess maybe about a month, close to a month ago. So it's still fresh. The wounds are still fresh, but my reaction was so wrong. And I've been trying to do everything. I've been trying to get into meditation. I've been trying to do my work that is going to get me out of this, and I can't find the focus. Every time I sit down and try to meditate, I'm just like, fuck this shit, man. I want to be angry. And I do, and I did, and I made that choice. And it's not fulfilling. It's not giving me any kind of relief. It's not, it's not doing what it is actually doing. Everything that it always does is keeping me in a very bad place. It's keeping me angry, bitter. It's keeping me in all those low vibrations. And I'm better than that. And I am working on being better than that. And I'm working on letting go. Man, letting go is fucking tough. And it's not the friendships that I'm having the difficulty letting go. It's those low vibrational feelings of rejection, hurt. Oh man, I can keep going. I don't even want to dwell on those things, because this is about speaking my truths and raising my vibrations now, so I can climb back to the place in which I can settle this bitch down and get my vibrations back to at least a level plateau, because it's not cool. It's not cool. I think about all the dumb, silly shit I've ever said when I was angry, and what if somebody was taking screenshots? Well, that's actually what he is doing, and that's kind of what started this, because now he has gone to one of my older friends, someone I've been friends with much longer than him, and just sending nasty screenshots. Well, it's not nasty. It's just, him sending things to try to alter people's perceptions of me. And so I thought I would, do the same thing. How fucking stupid. And that's being human, man. You have to be able to accept the lightness and accept the darkness. Without those two things, I mean, we're not even alive. Lightness, darkness exists on the same plane. You have to be able to embrace both, because they're both human emotions. They're both fear. They're both negative energies. That's for sure. Yeah, man, my brain is scattered. It's been scattered. I know tapering off of the Lexapro, it's not out of my brain yet. My brain hasn't gone back to creating serotonin like it used to naturally. So these things are going to be time consuming, and patience is never been my strong suit. I am not a patient person. I'm always ready to get to the end. It's I identify a problem, I'm like, oh, okay, I see this. I'm done with that now. Boom, I'm good, but I'm not good. There's a whole process of learning how to actually get to that point as quickly as I want to, but I gotta be patient. Gotta give myself time, not just for the person I want to become and making changes, but I have to be patient with myself and give myself time to grow and to actually heal. And part of getting off of SSRIs was to remove the block so I can address these things, so I can empower myself to get away from the negative behaviors and the negative ideas and thoughts that have plagued me for a while. And I'm not saying that Lexapro is responsible for any of my behaviors. Lexapro is just simply made everything okay. So wasn't addressing anything because I just thought shit was okay. It wouldn't matter what came out of my mouth. It wouldn't matter how I treated other people. Even though it did physiologically have an effect on me. Like when you're on Lexapro and shit, man, you're so numb to everything. You're numb to it all. The side effects are there. You are just wrapped up in this chemical that is controlling your brain. And so, my brain has to heal. My brain has to get back. But I made a lot of changes. I didn't just start at, okay, I'm going to make this change. I am going to taper off of Lexapro. Man, I did it all. I changed my diet. I started exercising. I stopped SSRIs. I quit cannabis. I was using cannabis to treat side effects of cancer and cancer surgery. Got that out of my life. And I'm making all of these changes. And like at no point did I ever say, hey, maybe you're loading up too many changes. Maybe you need to slow down and separate and just take one thing at a time and work on one issue, get to where you could. That's not me, man. I'm all in. I lean into it and just like fucking jump head first. I'm going to do this. And I do. I have that ability. I have that power. But it is still a process. I still have to get there in the same way that everybody else does. I'm impatient as shit. But I don't ever act like, okay, I'm healed and just move on. Like I know factually that I'm not. These things aren't being dealt with. I mean, this was a 20 plus year friendship. This is a brotherhood, man. These are the people that I always refer to as my brothers from another mother. And that's probably where the problem came in, because they never once viewed me as their brother. They didn't. And that's just the hard truth. They both punished me for things I said when I was trying to move. They were going to give me a place to stay in Washington, but it came with a lot of conditions. Like I had 2 weeks to find a job and find a home. I had to leave my kid behind in Memphis, Tennessee. Come on, y'all. And then, I was told that I would have to quit smoking weed, which isn't the biggest of deals. But if I'm only being given 2 weeks to move into some place, and you guys had all of these conditions, you just set me up to fail. You weren't helping me. And that's why I turned it down. And that's why our friendship ended, because I told both of these people that my desire to move to the state of Washington was above and beyond them. And it still is. I'm still going to move to Washington. It never had anything to do with these two people that are no longer in my life, because everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. It doesn't make somebody bad when relationships, friendships end. It doesn't make somebody fucking a mental basket case. Dude, that is our fucking job in this lifetime, is to pursue our happiness. And when things are no longer benefiting us, if they are no longer what you believe in, and that was the biggest thing. Like, these clowns suddenly became MAGA junkies, and I was okay with that. I'm a Democrat. They've known that, but one of these friends, he went on to social media. He said some misogynistic things because he suddenly was a huge misogynist. I just started getting memes, constant memes that were about women being inferior, and that's all he did, and it was so grating. All right, this was somebody I looked up to, who I used to think was the most genuine human being in the world, and then it just turns out he was just a human being. All right, so it's not that there is some fault with who he is. All right, that's his journey. That is not mine. And that is not for me to judge. However, the effects that it was having on my life, and the fact that he just absolutely did not care about any of my boundaries, anything about me, and it led to him making an attack on my transgender child. And no, No. Anybody who knows me, yeah, you know what that did. You know what that did. But living in that, up here, in that anger, living in that thought process, that thought pattern of like, oh, motherfucker, I'm gonna get you. I gotta get revenge. I want you to feel all the hurt and pain that you caused me, saying those things. Oh my God. Just saying this out loud, it's like, how fucking silly. How silly, man. I turned 50 in a few weeks. Fuck, I've been alone for a while. Like, when you get to a certain age, like, you ain't going and hanging out with your friends like you used to. It's just not that. And maybe that's what we're all holding on to, is the fact that we're aging, and friendships are just as fleeting as life is. And maybe that's what my own fear is about. Maybe my own fear is that what I perceive all of these people must believe about me because this is how they present themselves to them. All of that shit's bullshit, man. All of it. All of it is just a distraction from the reality that it should only be about us. All right? And this is not narcissistic. This isn't selfish. This isn't self-centered. Because I've never been that kind of a person. Everybody who knows me knows that I would do anything for anybody. And I've proven that. Not that it's questioned. But, man, I don't give myself 100%. I give other people 100% and more, 150%. And I give back 1% in return, 2% in return. And I accept that as okay. As long as they can feel that I love them and that I support them, because that's really all I want back. And I think this is probably opening my eyes to shit I need to address, which is good. So making this video is going to turn out to be pretty beneficial. So I'm glad I got on here and rambled and allowed some truths to come through and spark this brain, right? All right. Well, I think now I can probably get to meditate. I think I can bring this level down. It's making me laugh because of how ridiculous it is. Like, how much energy I am putting into destroying somebody or repaying my feelings of pain and hurt and disappointment and rejection. Like, I need them to feel that. For what? How does that benefit me? I'm still here feeling what I'm feeling inside. I'm still here dealing with all those negative fucking feelings that I have spouted off, man. Like, wow, cowboy. Wow. Like, everything I'm pointing out is shit I gotta work on myself. So, good lessons, man. I love the humility of it. I love it. Thank you, everybody, man. This is quite a fucking journey. This is some shit in my ass. Excuse me. I decided I want to chronicle this journey for the world. You know, I wanted you guys to see this struggle. Like, for I don't know why. Who cares? Like, I don't care. It's helpful. It's very, very, very helpful for me, man. This is how I get better. And that's what it's about. Not just me getting better, but at some point somebody might stumble on one of these videos and be able to relate and be able to understand. And they're like, holy shit, I can feel where this person's coming from. And I can take these messages and these stories and I can apply them to myself. And I can, you know, somebody else can start on their journey. You know, like, I don't ever need to know about it, hear about any of that stuff, because what's the point of going through it, first and foremost, if I can't change me? What's the point of experiencing any of life if I can't use these lessons to become a better person and to change the outcome of my own life? Like, I always say, like, I'm doing this for a better future for me, and I am committed to it. And being patient is going to have to be worked on. All of this, you know, has to be worked on. It's not just getting off Lexapro and now I'm fucking hunky-dory, because that's not going to be true. It's getting off Lexapro and then processing. That's the part that I've missed being on Lexapro for 8 years. I haven't been able to healthily process these emotions. That's why they're still here. All right, now, these are things that just happened, but they are simply the triggers of a history of feeling, being, believing, thinking, reacting in these ways, and there are deep-seated issues inside of me, all right? These are the things that I need to work on changing that aren't about any other person specifically. They're just people, man, just like me. Like, come on. I think about how much does my life really impact anyone else's life? Fucking it doesn't. It doesn't. The way I think right now. But I know it's not true. I mean, I'm a father. So I impact somebody's life, and that's fucking super important to me. But I'm a fucking spiritual warrior. It's one of my things. I know how to fight. Like, I know that. I know how to get in there and defend, and I know how to stand up, and I know how to be all of these powerful things, except for the warrior who can heal others. And I know that's also part of who I am. I'm not just a spiritual warrior. I'm a misguided spiritual warrior right now because I'm fighting against the very people I'm supposed to be helping. Now, you still have to have healthy boundaries. Not every single person in your life is supposed to be there. They're not meant to be there. All right? People change, people grow, people's journeys meander. It's not a straight path. We're in and out of each other's lives. But stop making it that it's something wrong with me. And I'm saying this to me. I gotta stop making it about other people. Because nobody's here. Nobody's here. Just me. I'm the only one responsible for me. I'm the only one who has to live with me, for me, and by me. It's a lot of I statements, isn't it? A lot of ego. Today is definitely a day of ego. I can admit that. I'm still committed to fighting. Even if I look like a fucking alien, dude. Why did I shave my beard off? Probably gonna grow it back, right? Yeah. Look like Droopy the dog. Like, I got jowls. Like, I've had a beard for so many years, I didn't realize I got jowls. But you know what's great? I have been working out, losing weight, and I don't have the perma frown. Now, usually when I just sit still, like, it looks like I'm mad and frowning all the time. Now it's just straight line. Eventually, like, I'm going to be back to, well, I'm going to be different. But, there are core things that don't change. The way I smile or the way I hold my mouth, just naturally, physiological things that are based on weight and bad diet and shit. All those things that I've changed. I am working out and doing all the good things that I need to do. Shit. For some reason today, I decided not to believe in me. Wow. Let's go work on that. Love you guys. Have a good night.